All right. How's it going, Fede?
It's going good. Was having breakfast. How are you?
Good. What's Argentinian breakfast?
It's not what I eat for breakfast. Usually here you just get some coffee and some sweets, but some like bread sweets. I don't know if you eat those
Luna,
here.
what's
So
it called?
media
Luna?
lunas, yeah, it's like half moon.
Yeah.
And
They were bringing that shit into the office, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. It's like eating
yeah,
donuts, eating
that's
sweet.
what everyone eats here. But I just eat like eggs and fruit. Some eggs with bread and then fruit.
That sounds much healthier than eating those
Yeah.
sweet pastries. Uh, all right, so let me give you an update. I have support email, so support at Haley.ai. You can email, which will then ask you for more information, post it on our Slack channel. So that's a Zap that we have. I also have Raj at Haley.ai, which will talk to customers, partners, investors, whatever. And then um, eventually I'll, if need be, I need to take it over. But at the end, it does prompt them if it makes sense. We'll see how good it is at figuring out if it makes sense or not. I was like, if there's a 70% chance of partnering or working with this person helps the company, send them a link to do an actual meeting. So I'll have the transcript. I'll know what they're saying, whatnot, and then we can actually meet and discuss whatever. So that's the goal. The
Nice.
goal of that email is to weed out people. Like if they want to talk about sales or marketing, they should get directed to Haley. If they want to talk about support, they should be reaching the support channel. And then all other inquiries go to me. And the end goal is an actual meeting in person, not in person, 30-minute chat on Zoom. So those are all set up. I went on Impact. I located about 42 partners that I can reach out to. I have my email ready to send out to them. I reached out to Ben from Impact and I just asked him, like, hey, is it smart to start reaching out now or should I wait till we have the integration? I don't think it would hurt to start the conversation because, it's clear we're launching soon. But we do need to have the impact stuff in there. I'm not sure if that matters to the partner, like, oh yeah, you guys are integrated or not yet. So,
Yeah.
well, I'll wait for Ben to respond to me and give me the thumbs up. And then reached out to Ralph, asked him if he had any marketing ideas. Um, I pretty much did all the stuff I could think of in terms of like showing Haley different stuff that she do, helping with code, translation, talking about whatever hobbies, so on and so forth. So I also reached out to my buddy Johnny, who's like kind of an advisor for our company. He said you should just do like a funny figure out first what's the problem that you're solving. The main problem that we're solving is that we're collaborative AI, right? There's other chatbots out there, but they're very much ChatGPT one on one, right? And
Yeah.
with us, it's like you can have the whole team talking with an AI to come to the best solution or brainstorming or whatever. So we can do a video. It'll be like me and you on the video. Like I have a script, but I'm trying to make it funny so it's entertaining. So essentially, we like we just like are using Chat GPT and we're just super frustrated because it's really hard to collaborate on Chat GPT. And we're just like, oh, this is so stupid. I have to share this with you. And then you're like, oh, fuck, I have to like copy this in and then like do my thing, then share that back with you. And we just make it like show like it's super frustrating to collaborate with Chat GPT. And then I don't know, maybe we'll have like Alice be like, hey guys, have you guys heard of Haley? Where you can just like easily do it inside of a Slack thread, and then do that there. So I do have like a script that I have um, that will go off of, and then I'm already like thinking about all the editing I'm gonna have to do, but that's just like there's some AI out there that'll take long form stuff and cut it up, but it's just not gonna be as good yet. So it's just
Yeah.
that's the only thing I'm like not looking forward to is having to do all that editing for it. So I'll come up with a script, and then we'll just have everybody, do a video where they're reading their lines, right? And then um, I can do some video recording of us using like ChatGPT. I need to make sure like my history doesn't look whacked out. There's this guy. Have you heard of Andrew Tate?
Mm, I've heard the name. I don't
He
remember.
he was like one of the most Googled guys on the planet for some stretch of time, for whatever reason. He was doing this like video of using ChatGPT where he's like hack the matrix, and then like and then ChatGPT's like, I'm hacking the matrix for you, blah blah blah. And then they showed his history, and he had no history. I'm like, this guy doesn't know how to use ChatGPT. This is like the first time he's ever used it. What the fuck? He's bullshitting, right? Or his fake ChatGPT didn't make it look realistic. So just want to make sure that I guess I can close that window, so that's not even an issue. I don't have to show the history. So I'm gonna see about partner outreach today. Work on the script, get maybe you and Alice in there to just record your scenes. It could be just you sitting in front of your computer and be like we're on a huddle or something, right? Um, let's see here. Did I do anything else? Let me check. So I sent everything gets so if it's a conversation with Haley that gets posted to Slack, so Slack Haley email, you can see any emails that are sent there and also our responses. Support's done. I assigned Alice, so she's working on like DevOps metrics, like how often we deploy it to master in production, how often do we have errors, and how long does the errors take for us to fix, mean time to recovery, like the top 5 metrics for DevOps. So she'll have like a dashboard for that. And then on top of that, we also want to have a dashboard for company metrics. So it's connected to our production database, sees how, the growth of how many organizations have joined, what's the number of messages sent to Haley per day per org, what's the number of users per day per org. Because if you see a company, they install it, but then they're not using it, then you're gonna have a high churn rate. But if you can go in there and like start emailing people about like, hey, did you know that we are installed on your thing? Click here, start using us. You're already paying for it, so might as well use it. You don't need to, like, I'm using Haley more than ChatGPT and Bard and whatnot now at this point because it's so fast, right? I don't have to like go to a different tab, log in, that sort of stuff. So
Yeah, login every time. The login works really bad.
So that's all done. So that's going to be her assignment, is getting that dashboard, and we'll do something in GCP. She wants to do Grafana, so she'll make the stuff there. So I'll have like a Grafana dashboard that's open source. So that's my plan for today. How about you?
I immersed the HubSpot integration yesterday to master. I don't know if you got a chance to test it.
No, I'll put that on my to-do list.
I started working on impacts, so I was able to add a script and it wasn't working, and I realized it was because AdBlock, so it will block that script. If anyone is using AdBlock, it won't work because it will block that script.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing we can do there. And now I'm trying to do the next step, but I don't know, the documentation is just like for plain JavaScript, and in React it's a bit tricky, so yeah, I need to find a workaround to execute that code.
Okay.
So yeah, working on that.
Let me look at the linear board. So yeah, priority is so if you can give me test steps for HubSpot, so I can go through and test it out. And
Okay.
then we do have, let's see, the post That's done. I can put that in the done column. Great. Um, so yeah, as much as you can get the impact stuff done, well, we still need to do the initial messages, right? So when you install Haley, she messages you whatever. I think it's in the card. And then also when you get added to a channel, Haley introduces herself and says, you can talk to me in this channel or direct message me, because we need to think about how do we proliferate usage amongst all users, right? Like how do we get everybody DMing her as well as using her in a channel?
Okay, what should we do first? Like impact or the messages?
Do as much of the impact stuff as you can because our guy is out, he's on vacation, right?
Okay.
As much as you can do there, and then till you're stuck, then switch over to the messaging of individual users and then onto the channels too.
Okay. Perfect.
Let's see here. Yeah, everything else. Oh, and then Vercel analytics. Does that work for you? Because I'm not getting analytics in the
It's
site.
not there yet. We need to like add a library and initiate the. We need to add like some component to our React code, and then it should start working.
Okay, yeah, that's in the backlog.
Yeah.
You can get
Yeah,
that.
that's easy.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? How's paddle?
I didn't train yesterday because my professor was like on his town because he went to boat there. So yeah, I'm playing today as
Nice,
every Wednesday.
nice.
But I cut my finger yesterday.
Your middle finger, your flick off finger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this.
How'd you cut that?
I was grilling some cheese, like yeah,
Grading. Yeah.
yeah, that, and yeah, and it was my finger.
We need to get you paid enough so you can hire a chef and maid. I wouldn't think that would be too expensive in Argentina, right? To hire a person that comes and cooks for you and cleans.
I don't know anyone who has that, but I like to cook, so I think I wouldn't do it. Maybe someone to do the dishes after. I like to cook. I don't like to wash
That's the
everything.
worst part. Do
Yeah.
you have a dishwasher?
No,
Oh yeah, I got a dishwasher, which is nice.
that's
But
nice.
that's only if I have collected enough dishes to justify me using dishwasher.
Right.
But the dishwasher is supposed to be like more, water effective, um, time effective. It's just a matter of putting the stuff in and then pulling it out. So it's
Yeah.
pretty simple.
And my mom has one, but it's like you still have to like clean a bit before you put everything on the dishwasher, right? Because if not, it's not everything that
Yeah,
clean.
well, that's why I after I'm done eating, immediately I just go and rinse. Right, I don't want to sit
No,
there and get crusty. So
right.
it's not that much effort to make sure. And like all my pans are like non-stick, which I think is not healthy for you because there's like those chemicals like forever chemicals and bad for you. So I'm
Yeah.
dying.
It's a trade-off. Yeah.
Everything's murdering me. So yeah, I do get my. It's easy to wipe those pans out because they're non-stick. Pretty good ones too. Uh, what else? There's Bubby is working on something. He's still a noob. I don't know if he's gotten around to doing the billing back end.
Oh, I need to help him with that. Yeah.
So as much, yeah, as you can help him on that, just messaging him on Slack because he also has his day job. He's pretty
Yeah.
much trying to learn development, which is not a good career path in my opinion. I think in the future it'll just be like senior devs. You just want senior devs
Yeah.
because all the new. Did you see the uh, engineer GPT or GPT engineer?
No.
But it's essentially using GPT 4 or 3.5 turbo, and it'll create the whole like folder structure of a project for you and the starting code too. Um, Almost like 80% working. So like you still need to know like how to debug it and fix it, but like it'll do all the layout and everything for you for app the conventional way.
That's nice.
So
Yeah, I still don't trust it that much for coding. It's like it's getting worse over time.
yeah, so like I said, 80%. But then you need to know how to fix things. You can't just be a
Yeah.
noob and be like, oh, I gave a prompt and now it's working. But give it a year, there's going to be GPT Engineer 2.0, and that's like 99%. Maybe there's just like
Yeah.
some small stuff you need to change. And then to give it another year, it's, it writes way better, secure, scalable code than senior developers. So I don't think we're that far away. So these students that are in classes that are learning how to code, they're like, I'm gonna make a lot of money coding. I'm gonna be a Google engineer and I'll make $500,000 a year. Like, I don't know, man. There's gonna be way more layoffs, and people are those people are gonna hopefully they have a lot of savings because it's this, or they
They
have
don't. They are paying for college there.
yeah, so they're screwed. I was at my brother's bachelor party, and we were sitting. We were doing a camp, but it was like glamping. It was like a camping, but like high end camping for his bachelor party. And then we were out. There was they have like a restaurant and some seats and games and stuff. And then these three women, older women, older than us. They were like in their 50s maybe. I was chatting with one who was a mom, and her son's about to go into school, and she's like, "Yeah, he's thinking about computer programming," and I'm like, "Bad idea. If you want to get into like IT or STEM, science, technology, sort of stuff, you need to get really close to the hardware at this point, right? Like, kind of be like hands-on, because that's gonna be hard to automate when you're trying to create new chipboards and stuff. That's still
Yeah.
like 10 years out maybe. So at least by then they go to school for 4 years. They got 60 years worth of occupation, and then they get terminated because the new Tesla robots are able to do it for everybody. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend to a new grad to get into software unless they were really just passionate about writing code and they have
And
fun.
if you like it, you should go for it.
Yeah, but don't do it. A lot of people join just because they think they're gonna make a lot of money, and they do it, and they're like, I don't enjoy this shit. Like reading
Yeah.
all these segmentation errors, like what the hell is this shit? So stay away from computer science unless you're passionate about writing code. And it's cool because you're building stuff.
Yeah.
It's like being a carpenter,
It's
but
like
digital
magic.
carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have ideas for marketing videos, let me know. I get really generic. All the AIs give generic answers for like, here's what you should do for a marketing video, but you need to have like a grain. I was watching. So there's this guy, Mr. Beast. Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
He's popular
The one
worldwide.
that gives money. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll just like, here's $10,000 for being you, and then millions of views for the reaction. He actually learned that he has a lot of money because he has like crazy sponsors and stuff, right? And so if he gave away $1 million, it's that video is less believable than if he gave away $10,000 or $1,000. So doing like super large sums of money makes the video like seem fake. Like there's no way you're giving away $1 million.
I'm not clicking this. Yeah.
Yeah. But $10,000 to the homeless guy, that seems plausible. Let's watch that. And then he was just giving tips of like how to make, his goal is not money, which is how it should be for when you're going after your passion. Don't make it about the money, make it about the end goal. So his thing is like make the best videos possible, and even the money that's going into the videos, he's like, yeah, doing this whole setup for Squid Games or whatever, the ROI might not be there, right? But
Yeah.
we're trying to make the best video ever. So that's what we should focus on. The same sort of thing for Haley. For the actual, since we're using OpenAI's APIs, we can't necessarily go there and make the LLM better. But the whole experience around using Haley should be really good, intuitive and whatnot. And then when we do semantic search, it's not like we just work on semantic search and we say it looks good and move on. We just beat the hell out of it and make it better and better and make it the best damn open source semantic search out there. So we don't necessarily want to start doing like spray and pray. Like we're going to do a bunch of stuff mediocre. We'll just pick a few things, just like a Linux tool. We're going to be grep. We're going to be the best damn grep you ever had. And grep's not going to also, do netstat for you and check ports, right? So it's just going to do its one thing. It's going to be laser focused on that. So that's where we should be very like cognizant of like what's a distraction and what's not a distraction, what's within our wheelhouse and what's not in our wheelhouse. So not to say that we won't explore other options, like, hey, this looks really good, and this is what we're hearing from a lot of customers. But for the most part, day to day, we just keep making what we have better and better. All right, I think that's it on my side. Anything else on your side?
Nope.
I also played some volleyball yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Got some wins. That was good.
Nice.
Wasn't in my head. Just like playing freely. Oh, and then I think I told you. Did I tell you I played on? I don't think I told you. I played on Sunday basketball, and the first couple of games didn't go so great. And then they put like a 70-year-old guy, really nice guy, right? He's 70 years old. He plays a lot, but he's 70, and there's no way he can guard me, right? So there, my head switched, and it went like, dude, fucking kill this guy. And then all my shots were dropping. It was just like, when the guy can't guard you and do anything to stop you, like
it's all about confidence. Yeah.
He's fouling me too, and I'm still making it, right? So like the flip, if I can get that sort of internal, I don't know what it is that I'm like, I see the situation, I'm like, time to murder this guy, all right? And I wasn't even guarding. He was just making some shots too, because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go double team other people and just leave him alone. But he hit some shots, so he made me pay also. But if you can bring that mindset of like, this person I'm against cannot beat me, like it's not possible, right?
Yeah.
Then you free your mind up and it's just like, all right, let me go to work, and your body do the work. So that was nice. Hopefully I can build on momentum, because it takes a while for me to get like the jump shot and the confidence there. And then also like basketball, super dynamic, right? Because you can do shooting, layups, in between things like runners and stuff. So just building out a full game instead of it's really easy to just shoot each time.
Yeah.
Right? But you want to be like Jordan. Jordan would he was like, I don't like to settle for jump shots. I'm trying to go to the rim. And then like the jump shot's the second option because the defender gave it to me, right?
Right.
So do what the defender gives you and take advantage. So I think I might go. It's overcast, so it might be nice to go out and just shoot around and practice a little bit today.
That's a good plan. I need to take my car to change its tires, so I want to do that before everything goes up in prices. So
which is every day.
Yeah, probably, but yeah, it's getting worse. So yeah,
you gotta like as soon as those pesos hit any account, convert it to anything else, assets, buy gold. I don't know, like, can you buy gold for pesos?
no. Well, maybe you can, yeah, but I don't know how.
Gold, silver, platinum, rare minerals,
Food.
food. Well, food, as a diminishing, unless it's like canned goods, that's diminishing value, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
but here, if you can buy like food that doesn't expire, so yeah, you're saving on that because
it's gonna be double.
every day, yeah, it's more expensive. So yeah.
All right, go buy. Invest.
Yeah. Right.
All right, here's the, let's see here. We'll do
The outro song.
outro music. Go to sleep.
Some
Don't
lo-fi.
forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Follow the journey. Bye, everyone.
Bye everyone.